Hey guys, how y'all doing? My name's Marty. Returning for another glimpse into my vinyl collection. Trying to do these one a week. It'd be nice just to pound through and get this last little bit done, but I'm not. I am one a week. It's all I can offer at this point. Before I get before I get started on this, a good friend of mine, Ben, has started doing music collection videos. You can find his channel under brainsmasher, one word. I will put a link in the description below. Should definitely, right now he's showing off his CD collection, but I'm a firm believer that it really doesn't matter if it's vinyl or CD, what you're showing off, as long as you're talking about the music, which he does. Gives a very personal glimpse into each title he shows, which is really cool, and more people should do that. You know, talk about the music as opposed to depressing. But anyway, yes, Brainsmasher Ben is a great guy. He's put up 4 videos as of yesterday, going through all the CDs. He's got a bunch, so stick with him, and you'll probably learn something. And he's a super nice guy too. So yes, Brainsmasher. And also in the background, should you be able to hear it, is Sweden's Thy Primordial with whoa, where only the seasons mark the paths of time. This was 98, I believe this came out. Oh, 97, Pulverized Records. This is a band that, well, one of those bands that I latched onto and tried to collect everything that, you know, all their releases. I gave up after a certain period of time, but this is super melodic Swedish black metal. You know, it's got kind of that crossover death metal, black metal feel, you know, real super melodic. They put corpse paint on, so I guess that means that they're shooting for the more black metal aesthetic. And I was just going through the CD collection and realized that I had not listened to these guys in a long time. I couldn't really remember why I was so gung-ho to get all their stuff. So, you know, it's nothing groundbreaking. It's pretty run-of-the-mill melodic Swedish black metal. You know, during the 90s, that had a certain sound to it, and these guys totally fit that mold. But it's good. It's good. The fast-steering melodies. It's good stuff. I wouldn't go crazy spending a lot of money on it, but interesting to check out anyway. And onto the records. We're going to start off with England's Onslaught, Power from Hell. This is the combat pressing, US pressing, and it's a promotional gold stamped promo. Probably is a collage in here. There's not. You know, this is a band. Drop the record, hit stop on the recorder. Isn't that awesome? Anyway, this is a band that, this is the first album I heard from this band, The Force. And I love this album. They don't sound like this anymore. But, it's like England's answer to Metallica, but with more of a pitch, scream, vocal style. And it's super catchy, super cheesy, satanic. Let There Be Death, Metal Forces, Flame of the Antichrist, Contract in Blood. All great riffs, great songs. You know, and then you go back to this, Power from Hell, the album that came out before it, and which is a good album, but it's got a really weird, dark, weird punk vibe injected with the metal. I don't know. I like this album, but it's not as good as this one. But a lot of people see this as a cult classic, which I guess I can get it for, what, 1987? Pretty dark record for 1987. And moving on, Onslaught, Shell Shock single. This is when Steve Grimmett from Grim Reaper left Grim Reaper and joined Onslaught. And I know I have some friends that love this era of Onslaught. I am not one of them. They went from kind of a cool thrash power metal band to, I don't know, super clean, polished vocals. Up next, these are albums I've picked up cheap over the years. Ozzy Osbourne, Speak of the Devil. Just barreling through a Black Sabbath set, basically. It's actually a pretty classic live album. Blizzard of Oz. Jet Records. Diary of a Madman. Bark at the Moon. Overkill. This is awesome. This is the Overkill EP. 4 songs: Rotten to the Core, Fatal Swallow, The Answer, and Overkill. The Answer I've never heard before. And I recently, a friend of mine snagged this for me. It's put out on Metal Storm Records. 1983, 1984 release. Very cool to have. Overkill in my high school years was probably my favorite band. Loved everything these guys did. Of course, you know, Feel the Fire being my all-time favorite Overkill album. That album stands up as an amazing record. Taking Over's good, but for me, it's all about Feel the Fire, which I don't have on vinyl, unfortunately. But this is really good. And again, all these years, never hearing the song The Answer, it was a real treat to get this. And it's in really pristine shape for as old as it is. Nothing special to show on the inside, just a record. Next up, Overkill, Under the Influence. This is when Rat Skates left the band and Sid, what's his name, Falk? Yep, joined the band. And for a while, after you get through the first few Overkill albums, it kind of seemed like every other album was kind of a stinker. You know, songs like Shred, which are just kind of dumb. Head First, cheesy songs about fucking. Come on. How old are you? But anyway, there's some good stuff on this album. Not the best Overkill album. And then this is just a radio promo for Elimination. It was their big hit off of Years of Decay. Same song on both sides. LP version and the... Well, they're both the LP version. It's kind of a waste of vinyl if you ask me, but I don't know. I ended up with it for 99 cents. Next up, Pagan Rites. I'm not taking this out. This is the guy from... Oh, Jesus. I'm not even going to say anything because my brain is, like, forgotten. You know, this has been a while since I've listened to this, but it's really good. It's like a really punky, black and roll type of album. Really super catchy with really harsh Devil Lee Roth on vocals, which is him right there, who went on to... There, it's coming back to me. He went on to do his own solo stuff. It's in a couple other bands. This is on I can't read it. Primitive Art Records. Number 407 out of 666 copies. Again, really good. I want to say these guys are German. I don't know. Doesn't matter. 1999, 2000s came out. It's good. Really catchy, stripped down, nasty, black and roll album. Next, I got a pretty good chunk of records from Panopticon, my good friend Austin Lund's solo endeavor. This is a Pagan Flames Flenser Recordings joint release. Actually, if you go over and watch Ben's videos, he was one half of Pagan Flames, the record label. That's the gatefold edition. This is a 2 LP set. Both of them are that color. Now this is kind of the album that there was one other Panopticon album for this, the self-titled, which was kind of an experiment album, I think, to Austin. This album was kind of the album that made people realize that Panopticon was a good American black metal band. there's a lot of Nordic black metal influences on here that he developed a lot more on as he went, but injected more of the bluegrass elements in the sound. This is not one of them. This is On the Subject of Mortality, a Flensler pressing. It's not a gatefold, but it's 2 LPs stuffed into one jacket. Clear vinyl. This album, along with the next album I'm going to show you, is soon to be released, reissued by my label, Bindrune Recordings, and Nordvist Production out of Sweden. The CD pressing, it's a 2-disc set, a super elaborate digipack on CD, and there is plans yet this year. It's going to be hopefully going to the plant soon for Revisions of the Past to be reissued on vinyl, which is going to be probably the biggest project we've ever done with this label. 2 LP set, redone artwork, folds onto a giant poster. It's going to be really cool. You guys are going to love it. But the CDs are coming. They should be done very soon at the plant. If you want to pre-order it, I'll put a link to the distro below. Social Disservices. This is a very harsh, disturbing album dealing with the mental health industry. Insert. These are just black vinyl. Yep, just black. This album for me, I mean, a lot of people really like this album, and I do as well, but it's very extreme, and the production on this matches the intent, I think, of the album, but it has been reamped, remixed, remastered for the reissues. And this is the album that really put Panopticon on the map with a lot of people. Kentucky. I'm not entirely sure what... I think this is the first pressing. Gatefold. Comes with insert with lyrics and a nice little essay from Austin. I believe these are colored vinyl. It's like a swamp green vinyl color. 2 LP set. Yep, same color LPs. And what can you say about this album? It's really good. He took all the years of his Nordic influences in black metal and really came into true Americana on this by injecting bluegrass elements, you know, in the form of banjo, tin whistles, or what it's called, a bunch of other stuff. This deals with the plight of the coal miners struggling to form a union in Kentucky. So there's a lot of interesting samples, and really ties together the whole theme of the album really nicely. And moving on, a split with Vestiges. Gatefold, this is on Replenish Records. I think it's kind of a weird black splotch and milky clear vinyl. Very good split. I mean, the Panopticon split, the Panopticons, I could care less about Vestiges, to be honest with you. And next up, this is another really successful album for Bindrune Recordings and for both bands. This is Falls of Raurus and Panopticon Brotherhood split. These next 3 LPs I'm going to show you are all from the first pressing, meaning there was 3 color variants for this. It's all exclusive material to this release. 4 songs from Panopticon, who tried to execute a sound within the old Norwegian black metal style. This is really churning cold black metal, and then Falls of Raurus offer 2 tracks that sound like Falls of Raurus, really emotional, atmospheric, great music. That cover, see what one this is. It comes with an insert. Lyrics, information, black vinyl. This is the black vinyl pressing. In this first pressing, we did 3 color variants, which was black, half and half, and I believe a white. The second pressing, which is still available, getting low though, so keep that in mind, is all black. We did not do anything different because we are trying to combat the the flippers online who try to half clear, half black. This is super limited actually. Trying to combat the flippers who buy copies of Panopticon albums, and 2 months later, here's a test pressing. 2 months later, put it up on Discogs for triple the price. It's annoying. You know, people want these albums. We're trying to keep them available for people to get them. This is white vinyl. And after this, we put out on Bindrune Recordings and Nordvist Productions, Roads to the North. What does it say about this album? I love it. This is probably one of my favorite Panopticon releases, although I've liked pretty much all of them. If I'm getting a good 2 LP set, gatefold. These are currently sold out. There will be an eventual repressing. We're not in a big hurry to do it because we've already pressed it twice. Test pressings, pretty boring. And the most recent Panopticon album, which is still available but getting low, is Autumn Eternal. Nice gatefold. This thing comes with a really nice booklet. Lyrics. Essay from Austin. I can't show all this stuff. It's like an 8-page booklet. Really nice. And let's see if I can get that back in there. The vinyl is yellow colored with gold, metallic gold flakes in it. This album, like I said, the last one's my favorite. I also toss it between this one and Roads to the North. This is super emotional. He tried to mix a Panopticon aesthetic with more of a dark metal feeling and at times playing style. So this is probably the most emotional Panopticon album. This and Roads to the North, but this is also some of the fastest blasting stuff. Really great album. And you know, the best is yet to come. You know, he's still, Austin's a super prolific guy, super creative guy. Always has something to say musically and with art. And I, for one, am really looking forward to hear how he follows up this album. There's the back. I don't know if I showed that or not. Again, still available, but running out. I've shown these before. Dawn of Dreams by Pandemonium. This is Dan Swano from Edge of Sanity fame, and his brother, and a guy from, I don't know, a singer. Basically Swedish death metal with saxophone and other weird experimental avant-garde twists. I mean, there's not much to say about this other than it's great. You know, it's a little silly because they're trying to do different stuff. I think this is there's like a gold haze, which probably looks better on this side. Great album, great band. Usually anything that Dan touches is gold. Oh yeah, it's got Benny the Basher on here too, the drummer from Edge of Sanity. Great album. This is a project that did not put out anything bad. Everything they did was great. Next up is Chaos, Pandemonium. Again, it's the same colored vinyl variant as the one I just showed you, I believe. Insert. the time they chose pseudonyms for their names, so no one knew who it was. I don't know why they did that, other than to build mystery, which was something Swedish bands were typically pretty decent at doing. I have another Pandemonium I've shown before. It's out in the other room, but gonna end on this last band, Dutch band, Pentacle, Ancient Death. This is the main singer of this, Juan Gobel, Juanis, I don't know how to pronounce his name. He went on to be in Asphyx for many years, singing, playing bass, filling for Martin. But his band Pentacle is equally awesome death metal. It sounds a lot like Asphyx. You know, Juan's vocal style is very much like Asphyx, Martin Van Drunen's. Comes with a booklet, lyric sheet, pictures, black vinyl. Great band. And yeah, you're gonna watch me. Since I have to watch all of you put these back in bags, I'm gonna do it too. And next up, Pentacle with, I can't remember the name of this album, Under the Black Cross. This is on Iron Pegasus. Gatefold. You know, these early stuff to me is better than this newer stuff. But every one of their albums has been solid. Fifth Moon, you should check that album out. Rise the Moonstorm, excellent releases. I don't have those on vinyl. And lastly, for this update, which is getting a bit lengthy at this point, is Pentacle with Archaic Dead Fury 10-inch. Sweet little package on From Beyond Records, which is a label that's no more. Comes with a little poster. And it isn't an actual jacket, it just kind of folds out. Heavy stock. Very cool band. Very enjoyable band. And I guess that's it for this round. Thanks a lot for watching, folks. Really appreciate it. I've got a few of you that are sticking with me, which is very cool. Again, check out Ben Brainsmasher's channel. I'll put the link below. And he will also do his best in entertaining and informing you on some music you may not have heard of. But until I get around to making another video, see you later.